Newer imminence right there, God-fearing man, to kick off Peach's Pit Party here on this fine Monday, March 10th, 2025. Has the time change affected you? Hopefully not. We did spring forward an hour Saturday night into Sunday morning. It felt weird all day yesterday. That's all that my friends and I were talking about on Discord. Oh my God, it's already 5 p.m. Well, no, it's technically 4 p.m. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, it was a boring weekend, but I still wish it was longer. I spent most of it, well, for the most part, my friends weren't even on Discord. They were out doing their own thing, so I was just doing my lonesome thing of cleaning up my place and went to Culver's by myself on, was it Sunday? Was it yesterday? I don't know. I forgot. But yesterday I did decide, I'm like, you know what? To help with the time change, I'm going to go up to Ryrie, hike around the Crest Creek Trail. I protected my bald head with a nice hat and everything. I looked like a celebrity in disguise, not trying to be seen. Drove all the way out there, parked my car, went to the trail by the Snake River, realized that there was still tons of snow and mud everywhere on the ground, and I would have slipped and ate it. So I instead turned back around and went to the path that was going up the hill, which there was some snow, but it wasn't too bad. But then I realized as I was going up this certain part of a hill where there was snow that I'm already awful as it is walking downhill. I can't imagine how bad I will be walking downhill with snow, and I didn't want to fall flat on my face and slide down like a penguin. So I just sat in my butt and slid down. And I'm glad there weren't any listeners around to see me doing that. Victor was asking me if I got any video footage of that. I should have strapped a GoPro to my head, put a video of the giant K-Bear DJ going downhill on his butt just because he didn't want to walk down the icy path, which would have been even worse, but yet funnier for everyone else if I were to, like I said, fall flat on my face and slide down like a penguin. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Earlier today, if you missed the big announcement, Seether, POD, and Nonpoint are going to be at the Mountain America Center on Sunday, May 18th. I don't know what the pre-sale code is. Don't call in and ask me. I'm just messing because there was already a few people that asked me right away, and I truly don't know. So, but yeah, if you want to try to win tickets before you can even buy them, I know the way to do that. You can look out for that keyword that gets sent to your phone via the K-Bear 101 app. We already gave out the keyword this morning, that keyword being remedy. And listener Bryce was the first person to call in with that cue to call and repeated that keyword to Victor. He won himself a pair of tickets, the very first pair of tickets to go see Seether, POD, and Nonpoint at the Mountain America Center. So tomorrow, top of the 7 a.m. hour, expect a notification from our app that will tell you the keyword. You then have to listen, I would say, all day. Try to find out when exactly we'll give that cue to call. Be the first person to repeat that keyword to me, and you can get tickets to the show as well before you can even buy them. I already added it to the concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar as well. And yeah, like I said, overall, make sure to have the K-Bear app on your phone because you do not want to miss anything. Don't be one of those people that downloads the app, fills out the form, and then deletes the app off their phone. We always say, keep the app, sign up for push notifications because every single time we announce a giveaway or do something with a giveaway, those notifications get sent directly to you. If you're wanting to keep up with the sleep token lore, I did see that they're teasing something. They're up to something. They're, what's it called? I was looking at people posting an r/sleep token theory on Reddit, which is an awful, awful place. There are so many people that take this band way too seriously. But there is a whole bunch of arenas across the entire country that have changed their profile picture on Instagram to either one of the two symbols that Sleep Token has recently put out there. And it's basically teasing a tour. You can see, I don't know, which one was it? The Pinnacle Bank Arena, the DCU Center, the Tacoma Dome. I did see the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City did have the nice Sleep Token symbol as their profile pic. So maybe they're coming close. But if you want to see all the confirmed shows coming to the area, like I mentioned in that first break, go to riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I have tried my best to keep that thing as updated as possible with all the shows coming to Boise, Salt Lake City, even right here in East Idaho. I guess I've never been on a plane with more than one, or should I say two bathrooms? I'm always used to the one in the front, one in the back. I'm not used to 12 bathrooms on one plane. But this Air India flight, it makes sense because this is a long flight. They're traveling from Chicago to Delhi. That's a 14-hour flight, isn't it? I think that's what I read. Yeah, you're on a 14-hour flight from Chicago to Delhi. You're cruising at 35,000 feet. Suddenly, disaster strikes with this particular flight. Not turbulence, not an engine issue. 11 out of the 12 toilets clogged at the same time. They had to pull a U-turn back to Chicago. Imagine being the one person with access to the last working toilet. That's going to be the most powerful seat in aviation history right there. Everyone else is just sitting there hoping their stomach doesn't turn into like a ticking time bomb. You have to hold it in the entire time. Returning back to Chicago. You also got to think of that smell in that cramped plane. There was probably tons of people all excited to either go back home or go on their extravagant vacation to India. Meanwhile, they get poo smell. And they have to make a Yui and potentially catch another flight another day. The future is weird. I mean, we're already getting AI everywhere. And it's funny because a lot of people are against AI, but yet we still, for some reason, continue to develop it. And I mean, there's a huge part of the population that's against AI because AI could probably get so advanced that it could take us over. You know, that's like what everyone's fearful of, AI ruling the world. Well, according to the Daily Star, I was reading this whole article here about how there's a huge number of people that admitted they'd be cool with their significant other just casually seeing a robot on the side. I mean, I wouldn't. What are you kidding me? Like, can you imagine? You catch your partner there with a robot, arm around a robot. They're about to watch a movie together. Right now, you could flirt with ChatGPT, I guess, but imagine being caught doing that. Like I've said many times before, it feels like we're getting closer to that movie Her. Everyone's going to be like Joaquin Phoenix trying to flirt with, I don't know, Siri on their phone. And this right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers traveled to Boston to take on the Celtics. Both teams are good and expected to make a deep run in the playoffs. Both teams have superstars. Because of the hype, tickets for the game reached record prices for a Boston home game. Courtside seats sold for more than $23,000, and even the cheapest seats are priced at nearly $5,000. You know the best way to watch it? On TV, where you get the best angle. Boston fans who showed up got their money's worth as the Celtics snapped the Lakers' 8-game winning streak by winning 111 to 101. During a visit on the Eli Manning show, Caitlin Clark took on Manning in a game of a Pop-A-Shot mini basketball and lost. Yeah, Caitlin Clark didn't just lose. She got smoked by Manning, who has a reputation for being unathletic, you know, one of the best quarterbacks to have ever lived. Sure enough, unathletic by a score of 76 to 51. I've done a lot of games in the what did Manning told Clark? I've done a lot of games in this show with guests. I've never beat anyone before. That must be embarrassing. Last month, Cleveland Browns edge rusher Myles Garrett requested a trade from the team, explaining that he wanted to compete for and win a Super Bowl. Over the weekend, he signed a 4-year contract extension, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, also giving him $123 million guaranteed. Imagine that. His want for a Super Bowl isn't all that high compared to, well, Benjamin Franklin talking in your ear. The new deal surpasses the previous record held by Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders, who also was squawking about a trade and who also signed a massive deal last week to stay with his current team. Can you imagine being a giant NFL player and you're crying about, I want to leave this team unless I get paid an extra $200 million. I'll gladly take $1 million. Put me out there. I don't care if I get wrecked by other NFL players. I'll take that high payday. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear. Beartooth on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I've seen a lot of weird stuff driving around. I mean, especially around the Southern California area. I couldn't imagine going home from work one day, looking to my right, and seeing this giant GMC Sierra pickup truck carrying a dead giraffe in the back. This is what happened in Macomb County, Michigan. This man just had a dead giraffe in the back of his truck. Now, by the looks of it, someone thought, hey, did this guy just kill a giraffe and then decide to haul it back to his place? No, I think I'm trying to read this here correctly. I think a taxidermist had to set the record straight and share the behind-the-scenes photos of his work. Apparently, this giraffe died from old age at the zoo, and that he had been commissioned by an unnamed museum to prepare the giraffe. So the taxidermist was driving this dead giraffe. I mean, he could have tried to at least cover it up. I'm shocked he could fit the entire thing in the back of his truck. I'm looking at the picture here. The head and the neck is almost sticking out the back. You could definitely traumatize a child with this, right? Some kids crying. Why is there a dead giraffe in the back of that guy's truck? The parents have to explain, well, animals die sometimes. Tomorrow is the kickstart of the 6th annual fundraising for families with Ermac and the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho. Raising money once again for the Ronald McDonald Family Room at Ermac. It's an amazing cause. They give you this home-like environment. If you have a child in the hospital, you can get a hot meal, take a shower, take a nap, stay the night. No cost to you whatsoever. And it's all thanks to donations from the community that keeps this Ronald McDonald Family Room going. So that's the reason why we like to raise as much money as possible for this great cause, the 6th annual fundraising for families. You can actually click on the fundraising for families link in the K-Bear 101 app if you want to donate right now. Our goal this year is to raise $70,000. So if you want to donate ahead of time, you totally can. But tomorrow is the start of the 3-day campaign with generous donors matching up to $30,000. So the 6th annual fundraising for families with Ermac and the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho kickstarts tomorrow. You can donate ahead of time and make sure to spread the word about it. I definitely avoid politics on this show just because it's so divisive, causes people to yell at each other, and it's super, super, super annoying to talk anything even remotely close to political. But the only thing I'm going to mention about politics here is that this particular family decided to move to France because of the election. Totally up to you. You can do whatever you want with your life, right? I was kind of cracking up at this article from the HuffPost personal page from this lady named Erica Jackson Curran. The headline goes, I thought moving to France would give my family a better life. Cracks started showing within weeks of our move. And then right here as a quote, just weeks before the election, we moved back to the U.S. No one was more surprised than I was. I mean, you get homesick. You miss the place that you grew up at, especially if you move to another country. I mean, you must have a lot of willpower. You need to have a lot of reasons as to why you want to move internationally to some place where you can't even speak the same language. Your kids will probably not be able to make friends all that fast. I would find it incredibly tough. I mean, I moved here 4 years ago to Idaho, out of all places, right? And I was told that there would be a massive culture shock difference compared to California, where I grew up. And of course I miss home. Of course I miss my family and friends all back at home. That's the reason why I say, hey, I talk to my friends on Discord all the time, because I don't see them. I just can chat with them online. I was even mentioning that to my friends yesterday. I was like, man, I'm so glad I didn't come out here in like the 1970s or 80s, and there wasn't any connection back home. There wasn't any cell phones or pictures I could send. I would have to I'm making a joke here because I know there was phones back then, but it's totally different now. There's so much more connection between people now. It's crazy. It's almost too much to where you know exactly what other people are doing type of thing. But it's great to have that there. Like, I can call my parents at any time. I can send them pictures at any time. I can talk to my friends who are all across the entire United States. I could not imagine wanting to move even farther away from family and friends and say, hey, I'm going to move to France and think I'm going to live there for the rest of my life and then move back a couple weeks later. As a guy who has moved, not even from state to state, but from high school to high school even, it's tough. It's tough to blend in with the crowd. So, yeah, if you're planning on moving, think about it first before you pull the trigger. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Do you get that text every Sunday that says, hey, This is how much screen time you've had for the entire week, and mine usually averages about 9.5 hours each day. It's quite ridiculous, but I've seen way worse, which is quite scary. But there is a new app out there launching this week aimed at helping you stop all the mindless doom scrolling. It's called TouchGrass. Just as the name says, you need to go outside, touch grass, and connect with nature before you can get back on your phone. That doesn't mean have a patch of grass inside your place and go to touch it. More specifically, users choose which apps they want to block. Like if you mindlessly scroll TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube, you can use this app to help you in a way to get off all of that. I mean, I think I was sort of irritated by people here in the building deleting the Facebook app off of their phone because it's like we're communications, we're a broadcasting company. We got to post on social media all the time. We can't just delete Facebook off of our phones. But I might go towards the whole post and ghost type of ordeal because it has gotten way bad online. Way bad, especially on Facebook. People with their online departures, cool ignorance, all that stuff. Might need to install this app on my phone to get myself back outside. Start running now that the weather's getting warmer, even though it's supposed to get kind of colder again this week. But it's best to go outside and get some fresh air every once in a while. Hence why I went to Ryrie on Sunday and walked around like I talked about at the beginning part of the show. I was like, I want out of my place. I want to just go outside, get some sun finally. Did so, and I felt great afterwards. Might need to start walking the Greenbelt nightly or whatever. I'll see. I need to find something to do rather than just sit in my place and talk to my friends on Discord. K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I did find this question here that could work for to peach their own for tomorrow. If you could have anyone, real or not, as a GPS voice, who would you choose? The top answer that I found funny was Samuel L. Jackson. He'd start off calm, but when you miss a turn and he has to recalculate, then he elevates. It'd be fun to prank somebody with that, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty great. I feel like Victor would choose Arthur Morgan. For me, I hate hearing the GPS voice at all. Immediately, every single time I upgrade to a new phone, that's one of the first things I do is I go to GPS, turn the person off, so that way I know they will not interrupt my music, interrupt my podcast, whatever I'm listening to hit me with that doo-doo in half a mile, turn right type of thing. I'm hoping somebody says me in that fake radio voice. That'd be pretty fun to do. In 2 miles, turn left. And if you miss it, I can just cuss you out, which would be funny, right? Yeah, something like that. But maybe I will save this for tomorrow is to peach their own. If you could have anyone real or not on a GPS voice, or real or not as a GPS voice, who would you choose? Be a good one. Ah, yes. Another day, another Florida man making sure we all feel just a little bit better about our life choices. Down in the Florida Keys, deputies arrested a guy for DUI after they found him outside his truck, completely naked, dancing, lightened up with some of that good stuff, if you know what I'm talking about, or as the locals like to call it, it's just another Wednesday. The best part, my guy wasn't even done making bad decisions. When the cops were arresting him, he just pulled out a pipe, tried to keep the party going. Some dedication right there, Turns out he's actually from Montgomery, New York, which I feel like just means he got lost on the way to a Jimmy Buffett tribute concert and just went full when in Rome. With the announcement of Seether, POD, and Non-Point, all three bands have been around for quite some time. A lot of people nostalgic about them. I mean, I was listening to some of the older Seether tracks. All that stuff came out. All the big giant stuff I remember listening to came out 20 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while, right? So I figured for it to peach their own, I would just simply ask, what was your first concert? Mine? Well, technically mine. I was in middle school. I just started middle school. And my sister was a huge Hannah Montana fan, and my parents, they got the whole entire family tickets to go see Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers live at the Staples Center. That was technically my first concert. My first rock concert, AC/DC with this band called The Answer at the Forum back in 2008. I was 12 years old at the time. I know, so I was so young back then. What was your first concert? Let me know. 208 535-1015. The venue, the year, let me know about it all for the Peach Theron. K-Bear, how's it going?
What's up, Peaches?
What was that first ever concert for you, man?
Well, it was 1984, and it was Deep Purple in Manila, Philippines.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
That was crazy. He grabbed the lead guitarist. I remember he turned his guitar face down and threw it across the floor, so it skidded on his strings all the way across the floor. Then it was rubbing it against the stacks. It was cool.
Nice.
And of course, the only song that everybody cheered to was, of course, "Smoke on the Water."
Was that the encore?
Yeah, that's the only. Well, no, I think they played it in the middle somewhere.
Oh, nice.
And,
okay, cool.
And that was the only song that the crowd really went crazy, because it's the only one they knew.
Right. Were you just living in the Philippines at the time?
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years. My dad was building that nuclear plant over there.
Oh, nice. That would be such a unique experience. I've always wanted to see a concert internationally at some point, so I'll have to do that.
It was cool. I was standing by some military guys, but, up in the front, but it was cool.
Well, right on, man. Well, thank you for the answer. I appreciate it.
Later, Peaches.
Later. Fame on Fire on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. They're going to be on their first headlining tour with the Holocene and Archetypes Collide. They're going to be at the Soundwell in Salt Lake City in April next month. So I'm looking at the Facebook comments for the Peach Theron. I had Crazy Jay on the phone. I was talking to him off the air about his first concert, White Snake and Great White back in the day. And then, just looking at this, I see Jesse McCartney in 2005 from some listener here. Let's go ahead and see what this caller says. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Lauren, what was your first concert?
Garbage and Placebo, 1999 in South Africa.
You said, who was it, Garbage and Placebo?
Yes.
Wow. 1990.
Yeah,
how was it? How was it?
Good, I loved it. It started the obsession with concerts.
How many do you think you've been to since that very first show?
Gosh, I don't know. I have a list.
Do you have a list too? I've been thinking about starting my own list just for like this year alone to see how many I attend this year. Because I should have done that last year and for how many years I've been going to shows.
I highly recommend it. Good, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to go through my camera roll and see what's from there and all of that. Or
yes, that helps.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've gone blank now.
You do what?
Oh, I haven't been to that many. I haven't been to that many shows compared to some people here.
Yeah, well, that would be a good question. Who holds the record for the most concerts they've seen here in the area? That'd be a good one. Probably.
That's a good one.
I'm going to guess somebody like Victor.
Yeah.
Who's been able to go for free for all of these years and meet these bands and all of that.
I think I should come be a DJ.
I don't know if we're taking any applications, but I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.